Okay, so today we have started our fourth chapter, that project management system, management information system, and project management softwares. So, manage information system and softwares. So today we are looking to the taking the overview of this. Okay, so first chapter we started with project management. What is meant by project management? Then we started with critical path method, how to draw the critical path and um, uh, that call a calculation of total project days, etc. So that part we have done in the second chapter. Then we started with PERT method. So CPM and PERT, there are different things are there. So in CPM critical path method, that things, whatever things are there, that things are a little bit uh, specified one, simple one, but in PERT, no such limitation will be there, time limitation, etc. Is it right? So we have gone through that. We have developed the network. We have calculated total time based on that float time, early start, late start, all that whatever the mathematical part is there, we have calculated. Then we started regarding project crashing, how the project time is get reduced. Is it right? So that part we have started. Then um, project updation, project resource allocation, how the persons or resource, it may be man, machine, or human, whatever may be required for that project, how this can be allocated. So that part we have gone through that part. Then updating project, last lecture we have gone through that project updation. So we have to take a review after certain dates, and that review should be very keen. Okay, and then we have to reschedule the project or update the project. So if you look at this particular process in a little bit good manner, or we can say little bit open eye side, then you can found that the project planning, project scheduling, project controlling, and that execution part, and project completion. These are the important things. Okay. Any problem is there? 48, you have raised a hand. If it is there, please ask me. Anything, any problem is there? If not, please lower down your hand. Okay. So we have started this particular part with mm, thinking about project, how the project planning should be there, how the scheduling should be there. Project planning is different thing, that we have to make plan activities, and we have to think about it, that planning, and which activity should be carried out at what, whom should be carried out, with what resources that activity should be carried out. Okay, what are the necessary things for that activity, and what not, we have that comes in the planning part. Is it right? Then project scheduling, that indicate that you have to give proper time to that activity, whatever may be the activity. So, for example, from first starting of the project management point, we have taken one simple example of house building. So, that planning of the house becomes that project planning side. Prepare the plan, get it sanctioned from proper authority, and make availability of the resources, that sand, cement, and bricks, other things. You go to that particular vendor or supplier, check the availability, check the environmental condition, planning. Because if you think that right now rainy season is going on and such things are there, if you start a house building or house construction in such a rainy season, the cement, there may be chance of that wastage of cement and other things may be there like this. So we have to do, when we decided that we should go for that project uh, of the house building, we have to take consideration about environmental condition, that summer seasons may be there and in summer season proper water should be available. Everything we are checking, everything we are making plan about this. If that person will give me sand, this person will provide me the bricks. So that planning is there. Sometimes that is our habit, that we are not writing or we are not making the planning on paper. We are just keeping in our mind that I have met this person will provide me the bricks, this person provide me the sand and other things. Such things should there in our mind. Sometimes, but in industry, we have to prepare that list on paper. We have to make the project plan on paper. So that is comes under the planning activity. Is it right? Then scheduling. We have started once planning is then the number of activities are get cleared in our mind. Whatever the activities are there in this house building, then we have to go for scheduling these activities. So how much time is required for that foundation work, or how much time is required for other things, ground leveling, permission, everything. We are just considering all the things, and at appropriate time, that when that scheduling is done, and then at appropriate time we start the particular project of that house building project at correct position, correct location, I said. So after 15 days or after a month, always we are taking review whether the whatever the project is there, it is running well or not, etc. Like this, we are taking the follow up, and whatever the necessary changes are there, that we are doing at that level, and we are just carry out carrying that particular project at finishing side. So if 12 month is the total time is given for that particular project, that in scheduling we will try to finish it a little bit early. If we can manage the money, we have to manage the resources, we have to manage the money, everything is required to be adjusted, and that project is carried out. And after completion of project, when somebody will visit your that house and other thing, you are trying to tell the story. Yeah, this is the project I have started, I have managed this thing in that way, I have done this thing in that way, and then I have got this reply or this reply, negative reply, positive reply, then I have overcome to this particular way like this, and I have completed my project, and whatever the things are there. Okay, so that particular things are there in the management side that we have studied. But whatever the next CPM and third part is there, that we are not studied, because we are not preparing for our project, because that flow chart and other things require some technical information, that activities and other things. So sometimes we are lagging in that drawing the chart and other things. Then when the parties come to the project crashing side, always we are doing the crashing side at our level. That means suppose one work is going on, 5 laborers are working, we are telling to that supervisor, no, 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 from tomorrow 10 workers should be there, but I want this work should be completed in fast manner, etc. So that part is also we are doing as a project crashing, and if the depending upon that requirement and necessity of the particular house or the environmental conditions, some situations may arise where we may thought that let my extra expenditure may be there, I am ready to spend some extra expenditure, but whatever this task is there, this task should be completed within less time or little bit in urgency, like this we are thinking, and we will try to finish this particular project little bit early manner. So whatever this part is there, that project crashing, though we are not doing that particular calculations on paper and other things, still we are doing at our level in the day-to-day life. Is it right? So whatever this particular part is there. So and taking the reviews and updating the schedule. So everything, whatever the scheduling, updating, planning, these parts we are doing. But if somewhere or somebody, if the software is there to provide you the information, whatever the calculations are there, etc., then what happens? How that particular task will be completed within little bit less time, etc. So we have to think about that also. Okay, we have to think about that also. And in big companies, what are the big projects are there? Suppose construction of big mall and that multi theaters and big things are there. The service stations, ST stands. So big things are there where the big different works are going on simultaneously, and the construction of dam and bridges and other things. For such a large projects, it is very difficult to keep everything in mind, and at appropriate time we should use our mind. So humans are having one good quality. I am saying that the forgetting quality. Some in our life, some bad situations, maybe they are good situations, maybe they are. So after some time, automatically they forget. Okay, and that forgetting quality that is good for our social life or family life, but through technical point of view, if you look at this, it is very dangerous. So whatever the things are there, technical things are there, that our activity things are there, so that they at that time we might lost the things. Okay, we are not in position to remember all the things all the times. Okay, and in such a big projects, whatever the examples I have given, in this big projects, it's a little bit seems difficult to remember all the things by one person, or one or two persons like supervisor or project manager. And then there may be the problem to make creating this particular project and other thing. That's why whatever the project management international institute was there, they have developed some softwares regarding this. So some softwares are there that we are using, project management software or management information systems are there. That is short form is MIS. So how they actually works. So what is the things are there. So that today we are going to take the look at to this. So this is the one thing. So whatever in this PPTs are there, that is shared with you right now. The what is project management software, so definition of software, and all these things, selection process, for which project which software should be selected, which one should we choose, then what are the main criteria. If you select some designing softwares like AutoCAD, CATIA for your construction purpose, then also there are Prodi, there are certain criteria are there. So in one of the software, good dimensioning is possible, some 3D 3D shape is given easily. Some of the cases it is user friendly like this. So criteria are there. So what is different criteria are there? Some free softwares that are available in the market. So all of you are knowing that MATLAB is the one of the software which is used many side many times, mechanical, civil, or electronics people. So that MATLAB is the we can call it as the licensed version, licensed software. But Skylab is the again free version of the MATLAB. Okay, so such three things are there. Then some positive and negative points of Microsoft Excel. All of you are knowing Excel very well. It is one of the best softwares among the for mathematical calculation point of view. Just you have to learn about how the formula should be introduced and how the things should be there. Then some MSP software is there. So what is the positive and negatives of that? Then little bit last side, that pros and cons of Paramira software is there. So I'm also new about this Paramira software. I can handle this Excel little bit a good way through my PhD and other things. So a lot of optimization, lot of calculations I have made by using this particular Excel, and little bit about I'm knowing about this MSP. This Paramvira is little bit new to me. Also, I will try to learn with you people about this positive and negatives of this Paramvira and how it can be introduced to our project management time, and how we can uh, save our documentary work, big file work, and other things with little bit things. And at last, we'll just go for a little bit Excel practice, which is available little bit with free manner. We are using Microsoft every day, every PC. We are maximum using Microsoft as a Word or Excel size. So we'll go for a little bit Excel practice and network calculation. So that particular review, that particular part is there in this PPT. Apart from this PPT, again, I'm having different things for this particular chapter. So I feel that this particular initially to give the details about little bit all the softwares. This PPT is a little bit good, useful. That's why I have selected this. So we'll just start about this uh, with this. We'll start our lecture. So this what are the big introductory part is there about 20 minutes. So we will shift to our actual lecture. So right now 34 students are there. I request all of them, those who are written roll number in chat box, no problem. Those who are not written, please write. Okay. Then we'll go to the next. This is the project management actually system is there already. We discussed about this. So software is also working in the same way. Okay. So whatever the initiation is there, first initializing the project, that planning, scheduling, all things are there. Initiating, that planning, executing, controlling, and closing. So this we can call it as a simple process of the management. Okay, project management: initialize the project, plan the project properly, plan and schedule, and according to that execute the project. And while executing, you should take the proper control, reschedule it, replan it, and at last, after controlling, the last part is the closing of the project. Once that whatever the construction point of view, once that building is prepared and it is handed over to the user and other thing, close the project and go to the next project again, start from initial. So if you look at to this particular circle, this circle is applicable to every project. It is not like that one of the project you can start from the controlling point of. Okay, whenever you are taking a new project, you have to start, you have to work from the initiation process, and every project, the need and requirement or the whatever the characteristics are there that may be different, and these different characteristics we have to consider, and according to that particular project, according to the output of the project, we have to make the planning, and according to that planning we have to go for execution. So for example, if you take the project of house building, the initial things may be different. Is it right? If simple house is there, instead of that, suppose that society type, multi flat system type, a little bit larger building may be there. In that case, again, different initiation, different planning is required. Is it right? In simple house, only one slab or two slab may be there. But if you go for that society type building, where much more flats are available and other things are there, that time your slabbing system is going to be changed. First slab, second slab, third slab. Is it right? Then if you go for piping system of our house, then what are the hub pipes coming from bathroom and kitchen side and other thing, so incoming water or outgoing water, like this. The piping system you are considering, it is for one floor house or single house or two floor house, it is different. It is having little bit small. But if you go for some multi big buildings where suppose 20 flats are there, 25 flats are there, there that piping system may be different, your designing may be different. Is it right? So simple house is there, then you leave the some space for parking, and on ground level also you can start the work. But if that is a multi we can call it residence building is there, flat system is there, then that what are the lower space is there, it must be kept open. then whether lift is provided, then what should be the entry, where that staircase may be there, how much staircases are required from ground floor to first floor to third floor. Is it right? Second floor, second to third floor. How many staircases are available? Which corner we should use for staircase, or middle part we should use for staircase? What will be the flat system? What will be the flat size? And on single floor, how many flats should be there? How much of 1 BHK? How much of 2 BHK? How much of 3 BHKs? Whether any multi-functional hall may be there, whether that multifunctional hall will be on second floor or ground floor or first floor or at top floor. So that particular thing we should consider when we are talking about the multi-residential building. And if single one house we are considering, in one house there is no requirement of lift and it's no requirement of function halls and other things. Only house is there, so kitchen is there, bedroom is there, hall is there, dining hall is there. How much bedrooms required? One or two bedrooms. Is it right? Whether that attached bathroom is required to one of the bedroom or not, what should be the size, what should be the window. So that we are thinking about it that way for single house. But if it is multi-storage building, multi-residential building, then we have to think in a little bit different manner. One floor, how much flat should be there? Okay, so two 1 BHK may be there, two BHK may be there, three or two 3 BHK may be there, six flat may be there, where the entrance should be there of each flat. Okay, where then in between the flats you have to leave some ventilation space, open area. Is it right? So where we should leave that open area, how the privacy of each flat should be maintained. It doesn't like that other people from others dining room or kitchen is visible. In that case, that building will be no use and other such things should be there. So if we take just a house building of two particular projects, simple house building and multi, we can call it as the multi-residence building. Then the initiation and planning, these stages are changes. Though both are the just building the house construction project, these two are the building construction projects or construction projects only. But according to nature of that particular project, single house and multi-residence building, everything initiation get changes, planning get changes, then execution also get changes. Single house is there, some 2 3 labors may be possible, and if multi-residential building is there, more labors are required, more execution is required, more stressing is required. Is it right? So like this, the things are there and controlling. Small house is there, then what are the resources required? It is required in that percentage only. Multi building is there, more resources were required, more steel we required, doors are more, then certain things are there. That is also comes under the particular this project side, that decorative things. Multi, if you look at to residential buildings, that flat system building, each building having different shape and different that location is different definitely, but shape, outside shape is different, some uh, come back forward part is different, some backward part is different, surrounding some spacing is different, parking is different way. Is it right? So that particular things are come into the picture. If you go for dam construction, then at dam construction we cannot apply the rules of this, what we can say, uh, house building rules there, because dam construction different part, where we have to think about the water coming, what is the water pressure, how much water is coming to that particular location. Is it right? What should be the dam thickness and where the doors of dam should be placed, and other things should be there. So that is a different project. If you go to the beach side, again that particular beach side project is different. If you go for some multi-purpose building like some cinema theaters and malls and other things, there that construction is different. So whatever the rules applied for this house building, that is not applied for that multi-story building, that malls and other things. So there you require more spacious area, and that what are the incoming, outgoing, separate doors should be required, and separate sections are required. Is it right? So that particular part we have to think at the time of in. That's why I'm telling you the initiation is different at for each and every project. That's why it is not like that you have done the homework, you have done the work for only one project and it can be applied to all projects. This is not there. So I am just taking some example, few examples from civil department side. Similarly, for mechanical, also different things are there. If some civil engineer is there, and I told him that I have to start this industry, and please go for the industrial construction. So in industrial construction, you might be seen that there is a big roof and big shades are there. Some more steels are used, and whatever the ground is there, that ground maybe of just having the cement and other things are there. Is it right? And what are the things are there in this particular industrial site construction is there? Big shades and big more use of steel is there from overhanging trains and other things are there, and very small office work site building is constructed totally from the living point of view or from all closer point of view. Other shades and other things are open. If you as a civil engineer to start with working with some other thing, that the sugar industry construction and other things, then boiler and other maintenance and other locations, that trolley where that sugar cane should be empty and where that filled sugar should be placed. So these things are a little bit different and construction point of view. Every time you should require to start your project at initial point of view. According to that, planning is going to be changed, execution is going to change, the controlling and closing. So one house building closing is little bit easier. Multi residential building, flat system building may be there. That side the closing may be different. Is it right? That suppose one of the building 20 flats are there, and during construction only 10 flats are sold. Then 10 flats are remaining on as unsold condition. So you have to go for, after closing you have to again go for marketing of that 10 flats and require to sold it to earn some profit and other things. So like this way, if you thought about this project process, for every project it is different and it starts from the again scratches and it starts from again initial point of view. So once, why I'm telling this particular all the details to you, because based on this your management system or whatever softwares are there, these are going to be changed. Okay, so what is the project management softwares? How they work? So once you understand this particular, all the steps are different. That for all projects, the whatever the steps are there, these steps are similar. But this whatever the sub point of these steps are there, these are different. Then project management software helps in organization in, for what purpose this project management software helps for us. Okay, so